Hey, Michelle here. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. So one of my most popular videos to date has been the one on how I healed my endometrial polyps naturally. I thank you guys so much for all of your comments and the stories that you shared. Know that my prayers are with you. I'm sending you healing energy, and I've done my best to thoroughly answer all of your questions as best as I can. One of those questions came from Lori Otters. You had asked if I had my yoga therapy sequence that I used when healing my own polyps to share with you guys. So I wanted to give you just that in this video today. So the sequence I used actually was surprisingly simple, and I'm going to share with you exactly what I did, and then I'm going to be giving you actually some bonus around that with some other yoga postures that I know are good for stimulating blood flow and healing energy to a reproductive area. So if you're dealing with polyps or any other reproductive issues, this sequence will be really helpful for you, and feel free to share it with anyone that you know that this could help as well. So you may have noticed that I have a set of props next to me. Blankets, bolster, blocks, strap. If you don't have any of that, don't worry. We can get creative and use any of your household items that you have. So I encourage you to grab some pillows off of your bed, off of your couch, some extra blankets you can get together, or some towels. And if you don't have a strap lying around, you can use a bathrobe tie or a belt, or even a long towel, and we can roll it up and use that as the strap. So I encourage you to grab that before we start, because we really want to support the body in these restorative healing postures. And then you can meet me on the mat when you're back. And so when you're back, you might have also noticed that I have sound bowls here. And this is something that my exact thing that I did to support and complement my healing journey with endometrial polyps was I would literally lay in Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle pose. We're going to be doing that twice today, in the beginning and in the end of this sequence. And I would lay the bowl on my lower abdomen and I would play it. And see, our body responds to frequency. Everything is energy, everything is frequency. Now I understand you may not have a sound bowl lying around, and that's okay, because what I'm going to do is I had found this beautiful soundtrack. I was hoping to share it with you in the background of this video, but I was having some technical difficulties. So what I'm going to do is bring a link to you. It's on a YouTube channel, and it is called Sacral Chakra Meditation Music, 417 hertz solfeggio tones, specifically designed to heal this area. So I'm going to bring a link in the description below, and if you want to play it on another device while we do our sequence together, by all means you can do that, or you can use it for your own meditation or any time throughout the day. So that being said, I did bring a little bit of notes with me because I want to make sure I cover everything with you. And what I want to emphasize is that these postures that we're going to be working on, like I said, they improve your blood flow and healing energy to the reproductive area. It is best to practice the sequence when you are not menstruating, except for the first and last posture, which is that reclined bound angle pose. That is totally okay when you're menstruating. So, and if you feel any pain during the practice at all, by all means, listen to your body and exit out or decrease the depth of stretch that you are doing. I am here as your guide. Your body is your own best teacher. And what this practice is doing is cultivating self-awareness so that we can tune into our bodies and really listen to and honor what they need in this moment. So what I'm going to do in the to consider time, I am going to be cutting some of these postures shorter than I would normally do in my personal practice. So I encourage you, if you want to, pause at any time during any of the stretches. If you want to stay longer, by all means do that. So grab all your props, and when you are ready, you're going to be creating either a bolster or a stack of blankets or a stack of pillows, and you're going to bring it parallel across your mat, and then adding an extra blanket or pillow towards the back as we prepare for a supported bound angle pose. And what you're going to do is bring your lower back right up against the bolster or blanket or pillows. and lay yourself back. And you can always put more blankets or more pillows, depending on how deep that stretch feels for you, how deep you want to go today. There's no right or wrong, by the way. There's only what your body needs in this moment. And once you've had your back settled and everything is supported fully here, you're gonna bring the soles of your feet together and open your knees up. Now this is where I like to use my blocks. You can use your extra pillows or blankets or towels and just place them under the knees for a little bit of additional support, because you don't want to feel any strain whatsoever in this area. Right now we want to completely relax it. Arms are out by your sides, palms facing up in a receiving open mode, ready to receive the healing energy that already lies within us. Let us begin to deepen the breath, breathing in and out through the nose. Notice with each inhale how your belly, ribs, chest expand fully. And with each exhale, how your chest, ribs, and belly draw inward, fully releasing the breath. Now imagine you are directing your breath right into your reproductive area. So we're going to use our imagination with this. But even just bringing your awareness or your focus to something, that's where the energy goes. Wherever our attention goes, that is where the energy flows. So we want to bring our attention to the reproductive area and breathe right into that space. The breath in Sanskrit is called prana, and that translates to life force, vital energy. You are literally breathing vital energy into this area right now in this moment. And we're working with the second chakra. The second chakra, the color that's related to it is the color orange. So if you like, you are also welcome to, as you direct your breath and energy into your reproductive area, you can even imagine a warm, vibrant orange light just radiating throughout your lower abdomen, throughout that area. Really seeing that warm, vibrant orange light as if it is radiating over every cell in your reproductive area. With this breath and with this light directed right into that area, we set the intention for healing. We set the intention, I am ready and willing to heal. You can repeat that to yourself if you wish. I am ready and willing to heal. And just that is enough, right there. You're welcome to stay here a little longer if this feels good to you. Again, in the interest of time, I'm just going to have us exit. You're going to bring your hands to the outside of your thighs and close your knees like a book, and then gently roll to one side, coming off very slowly and keeping that breath, that rhythm of breath. So you're going to move those props to the side, and all you need for this is your strap or belt or bathrobe ties. You come lying on your back. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, feel your back just release, sweet release. You're gonna bring your right knee in towards your chest, and if you can reach your foot, you're gonna grab the outside of your foot. And if you can't, this is where the strap comes in handy. And you can wrap it around the ball of your foot, keep the foot flexed, and you're gonna start to pull that knee down towards the side of your torso on the side of your rib. And here, as we come into our breath, I'm going to encourage you for a little bit of gentle, slow movement. So instead of staying static here, we kind of just maybe bring the leg, cross the foot a little bit over the chest. You can use your other hand to guide it. Don't force or push anything. If you're tight like me, In the hips, you might be already feeling some stuff, so don't force it. Just breathe. You can just side to side, gentle, maybe even kind of straightening the leg a little bit. Ooh, hello hamstrings. And stay with that breath. As we transition to the other side, left foot slides into the strap, or you grab the outside of your left foot and bend the knee and bring it down towards the side of your left torso. Again, flossing gently side to side. You want to go real slow with this because sometimes you kind of come across a little bit of resistance in the body. So when we're going slow enough, we're able to catch ourselves before we might get ourselves into a position that is not going to feel good. So we just slow and easy with the breath, shoulders relaxed. Maybe straightening the leg a little. And then you're going to bring both feet in. Either use the strap, or if you're touching your feet already, grab the outer edges of the feet, bring both knees to either side of your torso. Shoulders relax, back relaxes. Breath is full and deep. And this pose is called Happy Baby, and we're going to do just that. We're going to emulate Happy Baby by just gently rocking side to side, free and easy, like when we were babies. I love this one. It just feels so free and light. So just feeling that nice gentle massage on your back, rolling side to side. Again, you can stay here a little longer if you wish. And when you're ready, you're going to bring your knees into your chest and then slowly bring them down and roll to your side as we exit out. And coming into, I want to do a quick lunge with you. So you're going to step the right foot forward and just slowly, by the way, you can place a blanket under your knee if you feel you want a little added support. And all we're doing here, just some gentle movement with the breath. And breathing in and out, letting the hip drop down. You're going to feel a stretch on the top of your left hip flexor, left thigh. Just real easy. And you're welcome to go back and forth, or if you feel you want to get a little deeper, just place your hands on the top of your thigh, press down into that thigh and lift up. Shoulders relax, glutes are relaxed. Oh, I love this one. This gets in here so good. Seriously, I do this every day on some level, like either on the couch or on the mat, and just kind of release when you're ready. Switch legs. Stay with that rhythm of breath, slow and easy. So just kind of moving back and forth to begin. Notice where you can allow yourself to relax a little more deeply, even though we might be touching some areas that are sensitive. If you want to go deeper, hands on the thighs, press down and lift the chest up and away, shoulders relax, hips sink down, heart lifts up, breath stays deep and full. And then when you're ready, you're going to slowly release, bring that leg back and lower yourself onto your belly, nice and easy. Slide your hands underneath your armpits. Roll the shoulders back and down. Hug the elbows in and gently press the tops of your feet down. As you inhale, lift the chest gently, maybe an inch. Exhale and lower for cobra. Inhale, lift. Maybe you go a little higher, maybe you stay where you're at. Exhale. One more time, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. You're going to bring your forearms in front of you now, lining up your elbow creases directly underneath your shoulder heads. And from here, press your forearms flat and your palms flat. As you press down into those forearms, lift the chest up and away. And imagine that you're broadening across your chest, so your shoulder blades will hug back together towards each other. Make sure that your glutes and your legs are totally relaxed in this, as well as your lower back. If it feels a little bit too tight on your lower back, just lower yourself down. You can kind of ease yourself down. Again, listen to your body. It is your own best teacher. And as you stay with this breath, we're just going to take a couple breaths here. If you want to go a little deeper and get a little bit more of a stretch across your abdomen, you're going to imagine, so you're pressing down into your elbow points and pull your chest forward and lift up and away. That is going to deepen that stretch. It will also deepen the intensity that you're using your arms. So again, find that happy middle ground that works for you. And on an exhale, very gently pull the belly up and in, and find your way back to a child's pose with your knees wide and your big toes touching. And from here, lowering your head, your chest, your elbows down. Let your forehead connect to the earth. Notice your breath here. And just feel all of your body release and melt into the ground. You are fully supported. You're welcome to stay like this, or if you want to go a little deeper, get a more stretch, you can inch your fingers forward, let the elbows lift off the ground as you pull the hips back, deepening that stretch across the side body. Maybe even you walk a little bit side to side if that feels good for you. Play around with this. When you're ready to exit, you can meet me and come back to all fours. And then from here, we're gonna loop around onto our backs again, and you'll need your strap one more time. So lowering yourself onto your back, resting your head, relaxing your back. From here, use the strap. You may be able to grab a hold with your foot. I tend to find I like the strap better for this, even though I can reach my foot, and you will see why, because we're about to take the leg out to the side. So the right leg is up. You want to flex your foot to protect the ligaments of the knee. And really important, your left hand. Root your left hand down on top of your left hip, and as you bring that right foot out to the side, you may pull the left knee out to the opposite side to counterbalance. The reason I have you pressing your left hand on that left hip is to anchor your hips and keep your back in a neutral position instead of tilting up and out to the side. We want to avoid twisting anything in the lower back. So I like to kind of wrap the strap around to give my wrist a little reprieve as I grab through here. And you have two directions you're going with this stretch. One direction is going down towards the ground only until the point that your left hip doesn't lift off the ground. The second direction, if you want to go a little deeper, you can bring your foot back towards the wall behind you. And again, this is not a race. This is not meant to be, how deep can we go in our stretches? This is really about listening to what your body needs right now. You may need to back off a little bit, and that's okay. The key is that you're keeping this rhythm of breath. Now again, you're welcome to pause the video and stay here longer if you wish. When you are ready to exit, on an exhale, bend your knee first and use your hand and your strap to guide the leg as opposed to letting your leg muscles do it. We want everything in the lower body to be as relaxed as possible. You're going to trade out that side, left foot is flexed. Right hand anchors the right hip down, and slowly bring that out. Again, two directions, either down towards the ground or back towards the wall behind you, or maybe a little bit of both. Shoulders relaxed, jaw relaxed, feeling your breath flow through you freely. And the beauty of practicing unilateral stretches as opposed to doing both legs at the same time is that you can start to really become aware of what side you might be having more tension or hold or having more resistance. And I encourage you, if you do have one side that is a little tighter, perhaps you want to stay there a little bit longer and explore that space and breathe into it more deeply. When you are ready to exit, on an exhale, bend that knee and slowly bring it into your chest. Wonderful. And from here, you're going to bring both knees into your chest and take just a couple of knee circles in each direction. Wonderful. You're going to stay right where you are on the ground. I'm just going to grab my notes here. You're going to stay right on the ground. You can continue to roll your knees as it feels good to you. And we're going to find our way back to the same position that we started, coming full circle, but this time without the blanket and bolsters under your back. If you need the blanket and bolster or blocks under your knees, by all means do that. The rest of your body is going to be just flush with the ground. And you can either bring your arms out to the sides with your palms facing up in that receiving mode, or if you want to go a little deeper, one way I like to do this is to bring my arms overhead in a kind of like U shape or goalpost. And just feel like a nice opening across your heart as well. And from here you can close your eyes and connect back with your breath. And as we look to healing, instead of looking at our pain as the enemy, can we look at it as a messenger, as a teacher? What is your body trying to communicate with you? Endometrial polyps and any other reproductive issues, they relate to the second chakra, as we touched upon earlier. It has to do with our creativity, our passion, our pleasure, our relationships, intimacy. So this is a beautiful time as we lay here open to the flow of energy, open and willing to heal, to ask yourself, do you have difficulty expressing your feelings? Do you have any unresolved relationship issues? Do you harbor any guilt or shame about anything? Do you bring creativity to your life? Do you regularly do things in your life that bring you joy? Now just notice if any of these questions resonated for you. If you feel something may have been triggered or resonated for you, maybe that's something you can explore a little more deeply with some journaling after this session. I will write these questions in the description below so that you can explore them a little more deeply on your own. Feel free to stretch out your legs from here if you wish. Again, always listen to your body. Feel free to take a head to toe stretch here. Any sort of movements that feel good for you. And when you're ready, roll to your side. Whenever you're ready, you can rise up. And I hope you enjoyed this practice. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I love to hear your comments. So let me know if there's anything that resonated for you in this practice. By all means, please comment about it, and you can subscribe for more videos on your mind, body, and spirit health perspective. That is what we are doing. We want to bolster our health and our well-being from a mind, body, spirit perspective. Most of the time we just look to heal ourselves from a physical standpoint, but a lot of the deep, true healing happens when we do that deep inner work, like some of those questions I just posed while we were focusing on the second chakra. So that's something for you to explore. Another thing I'm going to do is on all of the poses that we did today, if you are a nerd like me, I'm going to include the benefits of each of those poses individually so you can see how this helps you on your healing journey. Thank you so much for being a part of this with me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. I so look forward to it. Namaste.